Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're ready to really level up your nonprofit's fundraising, you have got to be thinking about corporate donors. So today, we're going to break down how you find them, what to ask for, and how they can be a total game changer for your cause.
Okay, so let's just get right into it. We all know that your individual donors are the absolute lifeblood of your organization, right? They are your bread and butter. But corporate donors, they bring a whole different kind of flavor to the table. They're that fancy sea salt that just elevates the entire meal, promising stability and opening up a much, much bigger network.
Now, before we go any further, we have to get this one thing straight because it's super important. There's a huge difference between a corporate donor and a corporate sponsor. See, a donor gives because they really believe in your mission. It's all about social responsibility. A sponsor, though, they're looking for a clear return, like getting their logo on your t-shirts. Knowing this difference is absolutely critical because how you approach them is going to be completely different.
So, when you think about corporate giving, don't just picture one of those giant checks. It's so much more than that. There's actually a whole menu of ways that companies can support you, and that's what we're going to look at next.
First up, we've got a classic, and honestly, it's one of my favorites: corporate donation matching. This is where a company will match the donation that their employee makes. So their employee gives $50, the company gives $50, boom, you just doubled their impact. It's just awesome.
Next on the list are grants. Now, this is when a company gives you money to fund a really specific project or program. And a lot of companies like this because it gives them a little more say in where their money's going and what kind of impact it's going to have, which makes sense, right? They've got stakeholders to answer to.
And hey, remember, it's not always about cash. Some of the most valuable corporate gifts are actually product donations. You know, think about a tech company giving laptops to a school, or a pet food company stocking the shelves of an animal shelter. It's a fantastic way for them to give you what they do best. And it's not just about physical stuff either. Sometimes the best donation is the gift of time and pure, unadulterated expertise. We're talking about companies letting their employees volunteer on company time, or maybe offering up their legal team or their marketing whizzes to help you out pro bono. And just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, get a load of this number. Last year, just the volunteers from American Airlines Do Crew program, they put in over 157,000 hours in their communities. I mean, wow, that's a massive, massive impact.
And finally, we've got pledges. This is where a company makes a long-term commitment to give a certain amount over a set period of time. And what's so amazing about this? It gives you predictable, stable income. And for any nonprofit trying to budget and plan for the future, that is an absolute game changer.
Okay, so now you know the types of giving out there, but how do you actually go out and find that perfect corporate partner? Well, let's get into the playbook. We've got a simple step-by-step plan to get you going. All right, here's your action plan. It all starts with being prepared, having a clear one-sheeter of your needs and impact. Then you find companies where you're relevant to their goals. From there, it's about thinking long-term, having a great social media presence, engaging your network, embracing tech, and staying on top of trends. Now, we dive into all 7 of these in the full blog post, but for now, let's just zoom in on 2 that can make a huge difference right away.
I love this quote because it is so true. Your board members, your staff, your volunteers, they are your secret weapon. They have connections you probably don't even know exist. Maybe someone's brother-in-law is a VP at a big company, or a volunteer used to work somewhere super philanthropic. You've got to start asking around.
And of course, you have to use technology to keep all of this straight. I mean, this is where having an all-in-one platform like Fundraise really comes in handy. You can track every single conversation and interaction, send out automated personalized emails to nurture those relationships, and just make the whole donation process seamless. It frees you up to do the important part, building those connections. So, you did it. You got the donation. That is fantastic. But hold on, your work is not done yet. The follow-through, the thank you, is every bit as important as the ask itself. So let's talk about that.
It's a great question, isn't it? It's definitely more complicated than just sending off a quick thank you note. So how do you show your gratitude to an entire company in a way that makes them feel truly seen and appreciated? Here's your checklist for a killer thank you. First, thank your main point of contact personally. They were your champion inside that company. Then, get really specific about the impact. Don't just say thanks for the money. Show them exactly what it accomplished. A public shout-out on social media is always a great move, and getting your executive director to personally sign a thank you letter, that shows it's a big deal. This is how you turn that one donation into a real, lasting partnership.
All right, as we start to wrap this up, let's just go over a few final thoughts I want you to keep in your back pocket.
Okay,
So if you remember nothing else from this, remember these things. First, do your homework. Find companies that are a natural fit for you. Second, never, ever compromise your values. Make sure their mission aligns with your own. And finally, remember that we've really only scratched the surface here today.
If you want a real deep dive, I'm talking a list of top donor companies, more strategies, all of it. We've put everything into a huge guide on our blog. It's got everything we talked about and so much more. The link is right there for you in the description.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. Now that you have these strategies, could your nonprofit's next huge partner be someone who's already in your world, just waiting for you to ask? Go find out. Thanks so much for watching.